You are live. Wow. Wow. La donna è immobile, qual piuma al vento muta. La donna è immobile, qual piuma al vento muta d'accento e di pensiero, sempre un amabile, leggiadro viso, in pianto in riso e menzognero. La donna è immobile, qual piuma al vento muta d'accento e di pensier e di pensier e di pensier è sempre misero chi a lei. Verse 2. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Judy. How you doing? Here we go. È sempre misero chi a lei s'affida, chi le confida, mal cauto il core, pur mai non sentesi, felice a pieno, chi su quel seno non liba amore. La donna è mobil, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensier e di pensier e di pensier. Oh, there's a little bit of a hey everyone, how you doing? Nice to see you. I'm Ethan. This is the Nosho. Welcome to the Nosho. You know, I've been doing songs from the 1920s, the 1930s, and today I just thought, you know what? Why not break one out from the 1850s? I think 1852 or so. That's Verdi who wrote that, Giuseppe Verdi. Giuseppe Verdi, by the way, Giuseppe is like Joe in English, and Verdi is sort of like green. So Giuseppe Verdi would be like Joe Green, you know, in Italy. And apparently, when Pavarotti, or Pavarotti, if you like Pavarotti, when he would stay in hotels in the U.S., he would list his name because he was so super famous. You know, with the three tenors and the worldwide fame with that. He would, oh no, I'm sorry, I got this wrong. It was actually when he was staying in the hospital where he, that was the name on the, at the desk for people who wanted to visit him, who knew. He went under Joe Green as a code name. Hello, Irish Lassie. Hello, Karen. Hello, everybody. Thanks for catching the show. Yeah, let me read you those lyrics. They're really funny. Hey, what's up, Dave in LA? Hey, Dave in LA. Hey, Mom in the Bronx. Hey, Judy in New Jersey. Hello, Cape 1962. What's up, y'all? La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento. La donna è mobile. It's a fun little aria. The tenor sings it. By the way, I was at the beach today. I was at Brighton Beach to go for my Saturday morning swim, if anyone ever wants to join. And just as I was getting onto the beach, it started to rain, which wasn't ideal. And there was a group of people. I heard them talking. I said, "Sei italiani? Turisti? Italiani?" They said, "Sì, sì, sì, siamo turisti, siamo italiani." I said, "Well, where from?" And he said, "Mantova." Mantova, that's where this guy's from. This is the Duke of Mantova, Il Duca di Mantova. He's the tenor in Rigoletto. Anyway, So he's singing about how women, it's that women are fickle, they're like a feather in the wind. But of course, the kind of irony is that he's the womanizer, he's the real fickle one. So it's one of those stories of a limited amount of self-awareness. Okay. La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero, sempre un amabile, leggiadro viso, in pianto in riso e menzognero. La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta, muta, muta d'accento. Big apologies to Mr. Verdi for me screwing up that chord. Muta d'accento e di pensier. He's saying they're always, their moods are always changing, their thoughts are always changing, these women. It's a misogynistic tune from almost 200 years ago. But Verdi, clever guy. He's writing about the fickle guy. Anyway, the guy is fickle. He's blaming the women. Typical. Projection. That's what it is. It's projection. So what I'm saying is that, 50 years before Freud wrote about projection, Verdi was writing about projection. È sempre misero chi a lei. You're miserable if you ever trust her. That's what he's saying. È sempre misero chi a lei s'affida, chi le confida, mal cauto il cor. If you trust her, you're going to be in trouble. Pur mai non sentesi felice a pieno. You don't really feel totally satisfied. If you have not on her breast drinked of love. It's sort of he's saying you're never happy unless you're getting love from them. But then he continues insulting. La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensier. E di pensier, e di pensier. Now, go to YouTube and listen to Pavarotti or Corelli or Domingo or Carreras or a million people. They do this thing at the end. It's really beautiful. This is for a tenor. I'm a bass. Pensier. Anyway, there it is. That's Verdi. Okay, stick around. Later in the show, I'm going to be revealing some things about Verdi that people don't know. People know that he was a composer. He suffered some incredible losses early on in his life. People got sick around him. His wife, his kids, there was death all around him. But was Verdi secretly heading off to Milan for assignations with a high-priced hooker? And was Verdi, I'm just asking questions, but was Verdi leaving his sick family at home? Was he then going to Milan, meeting this high-priced courtesan, this prostitute, paying her, and then paying off a notary in Mantua, where Rigoletto happens to take place? Was Verdi going to Mantua to pay off a notary, to go to Milan and pay hush money to the Gazzetto dello Sport, which was the most popular paper at the time? The Gazzetto dello Sport. Was Verdi paying his notary in Mantua to go to Milan and pay the editor a lot of ducats, a big sack of gold, to catch and kill the story about Verdi and that courtesan? Stick around for the rest of the show and you will find out. It might have been a hush money payment. Again, it's not nice to speak ill of the dead, but I'm just asking questions. That's what I'm here to say. All right. That was a little bit of music to start. A little bit of music from 20. And did that notary from Mantua end up with a terrible limoncello habit and absinthe? Limoncello and absinthe. Did Verdi's notary from Mantua end up with a 6-gallon a day limoncello habit? I'm asking questions. Christo, hola Christo. Okay, Christo, this is so exciting. Hey, oh Steph, what's up? Yes, paying for silence, Leslie. Yes, hush money. Hush money, or as it's called, soldi sta zitto, state zitti, zitto, zitto, zitto soldi, soldi zitto, zitto is quiet, be quiet. Soldi is money. Oh, okay, anyway. This is a photo I got today from an artist. His name is Christo. Christo, I met him. He set up, yes, and 6 gallons. This is I have it sideways here. Turn your heads this way. Turn your head this way to see the correct orientation. But this is a beautiful photo by an artist I met today. He set up outside outside the diner across the street. I met him. Here's what happened. I'm going to tell you the truth. I have very sensitive ears. I'm kind of a pain in the ass because my ears are so sensitive that, and I'm so touchy that I frequently am telling people to please, would you mind turning it down? I'm so sorry. I'm going to be here just for 10 minutes at the cafe. Would you mind just turning the bass down? Anne asks, Christo, the guy who wraps everything? Good question. I said the same thing to him this morning. He's the other Christo. This artist, excuse me. Whew. Today's episode also brought to you by the good people at Sanzo. Last night we had the calamasi. Tonight we're having the yuzu. They're not a sponsor, but anyway, Christo is from Caracas, where my beloved Spanish teacher from college, Hugo Montero, of blessed memory. Hugo Montero, incredible guy, incredible teacher, with a great sense of humor. And he taught me Spanish in 1 year, back almost 40 years ago. Anyway, so Christo set up, this is one of his beautiful photos. It's a photo of a building that you can go see in the East Village by the recently changed tenses Iraqi, I believe, architect Zaha Hadid. So this is the facade of a building in Lower Manhattan. Zaha Hadid, check out her beautiful work. And check out Christo. I'm going to get you Christo's Instagram handle. Oh, since I don't have it handy in my brain, do me a favor. Send me a message, email me. Anything you want me to remember, please email it to me. It's ehbass@gmail.com. That's EH, those are my initials. And then bass, like the instrument or the voice, or bass, like the fish, if you're a pescatarian. ehbass@gmail.com. And then I will send you a link to Christo's beautiful work. I'm going to learn. I'm going to get the hang of this left-right thing at some point. Anyway, I went across the street because he was playing music, not loud at all, but I was hearing the thump from his bass in the windows. And I went across and said, hey, would it be cool? Would you mind? I try to ask very nicely, but I come off aggressive. I try not to, and he was very nice about it, but I felt guilt anyway. Then I went in to get a coffee and a croissant for my beloved, who's having a birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. And then I decided I'm also getting a coffee for Christo. So I gave him a coffee. We started chatting. Very nice guy. Anyway, so I turned lemons into lemonade. My complaint about the sound. When I went back to give him the coffee, I said, look, I'm so sorry to bug you. And he, in fact, was already on his phone trying to figure out the bass. Oh, boy. So thank you, Christo. And thank you for the beautiful photo. And please send me an email, ehbass@gmail.com, and then I will send you a link to Christo's website where you can see all of his beautiful work. Sent me the parody. Steph. Hey, Steph. Steph sent me a parody. trying to decipher that. Please go on. Hey, Jim, how you doing? Jim, I booked that thing. Thank you, man. Jim, incredible acting coach, acting teacher, and a very funny guy and great teacher. Jim Neeb, or Nieb, N-I-E-B. Great guy, and he helped me with an audition last week, and we booked it. So it's a Netflix thing, shooting in 2 weeks. What's up? Oh, what's up? Hey, it's the ball. Yes, I'm the ball guy. I'm the guy who retrieved the ball for my dog. Take a look at What is NY? What is New York? No, on Instagram, What is New York? Someone shot me jumping in the water to retrieve a ball for Gournemans. And a lot of people viewed it, which was kind of funny. All right. Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to say. So, yeah, that song, La Donna è Mobile. I sang in college in like this thing. This was my very first time singing on stage. This is a t-shirt from the production. Yeah, I have a little bit of a problem throwing things out, but the production in the fall of '87, the student Gilbert and Sullivan company, Gondoliers, the Gondoliers by Gilbert and Sullivan. And I played, what was my name? I don't remember the name of my character. I had one line. I was in the chorus, but I had one solo line. So I'm going to get out that score and share it with you tomorrow. But so that was the first time singing on stage. It was Gondoliers, and that led to me singing more and more, etc. But after college, I was doing an acting class in London, and my teacher there said, come back after lunch and sing something. And I had the lyrics to what I just sang for you, La Donna è Mobile. I had them written out on a scrap of paper in my wallet. This is many years before the smartphone. Because my dear friend, Jimmy, he was studying Italian. He had those lyrics written on his wall in college, and I wrote them down, and I just listened to it, and I liked it. So I came back after lunch that day and just sang it with gusto, pretending I knew what I was doing. And the teacher said, hey, you should take some lessons. And that led to decades of a singing career. It was just sort of out of the blue happenstance. All right. I'm going to do another song. So someone says, oh, Christo in the house. Yeah, it's a different Christo, but fantastic. Check out the photo, Zaha Hadid. The Gondoliers. Danza, cachuca, fandango, bolero, Jerez will drink manzanilla, Montero. That was the dance. I had to dance. I was 6'4". I'm 6'3" now. I was 6'4", and my dancing partner, I think, was 5'4". It was a little funny, but that was my introduction to wearing tights on stage. Wearing tights in private and at work, I was already used to, but that was my first time. Yes, Mom. Hey, Mom. Yes, it was a lark. It was just a lark that I ended up doing what I do with my life. I think, or not. Some people plan and they know what they're going to do from a very young age. And some people find their way into it. I found my way into it. So. This is another tune by Giuseppe Verdi from 1956. Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me long, take me to your heart. Take me to your heart. Take me, wouldn't it be take me in your, take me to your heart. This is a person who maybe stores their organs somewhere else in the house. Anyway, to your heart, for it's there that I belong, and we'll never part. Never is a long time, by the way. You shouldn't make promises you can't keep. You shouldn't write checks you can't cash. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. That is a lot of pressure to put on someone. All my dreams fulfill. This is a mistake people make in love sometimes. They're thinking about, what can this person do for me? There's a great video by, I think, a Rabbi Twersky who calls this fish love. Someone's sitting at dinner eating some fish and they say, I love fish. And the rabbi points out, you don't love fish. You love the taste of fish, and you love what fish does for you, but you don't love fish. So I'm not sure Elvis in this song is being a generous. Well, let's see. Love me tender, love me tender. In other words, he's giving her directions. Love me tender instead of just love me. He's being kind of bossy, being controlling, being a bit of a narcissist when you're always telling other people what to do. Something I struggle with. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill, even the dream about the Maserati. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Third verse, here we go. Let's see, maybe Elvis and Vera Mattson, who wrote it. Elvis and Vera wrote it, 1956. Maybe everything is redeemed in the third verse. Let's see. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me you're mine. Tell me you're mine. It's a little possessive, maybe a little bit of an antiquated misapprehension about what love is. Tell me you're mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Okay, poetic hyperbole, but till the end of time. I mean, even the priest says, till death do you part. This guy's going till the end of time. I don't know. Till the end of time. Love me tender, love me true. Love me true, by the way, means true, like faithful. Like it's kind of a little threatening. All my dreams fulfill, for my darling, I love you, and I always will. All right, this is a lot of promises. That song there's a lot of stuff in there. What's up, Donald? Donald James. Yes, Richard, it's a little bit stalkery. Donald, I just have my guitar myself when I noticed you were on. Fantastic. Hello from the comic. Hey, Comic-Con, Letterhack, what's up? Sandra Caputo, hello, Provincetown, what's up? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. My name is Ethan. Thank you, Linda. That's very kind of you. Can you play I'll Be Seeing You? Yes, I can. In fact, I have it in the book. I'm going to take a request on the spot. I've never done that on the show before, but I think I'm going to do that. And I think, Mom, you're the one who might have suggested that song a few weeks ago. So let me see if I can do it. There might be some chords that I'm gonna have to spritz a little bit of WD-40 on my fingers for some of the chords. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, everybody. Oh, I have so many things I wanted to get to tonight, and the time is just flitting by. Oh, yes. Hey, Donna, thank you very much for the Leonard Cohen suggestion. Una furtiva lagrima. Yes, una furtiva lagrima. A furtive tear from the elixir of love. Yes, I would love to do that one. Please, anyone who's sending me a suggestion for a song, I beg you to email me that suggestion, because the comments that you put here are a little bit ephemeral. They might, somewhere I'll be able to find them, but hey, Pete, what's up? All right, we have a request from Cape 1962, which I'm going to attempt to I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. That was a little bit funky. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. All right, I took a crack at it. I need to rehearse that one a little bit. Thank you for that suggestion. I'm going to do that one again really soon, but I jumped a little bit. That's a great song, I'll Be Seeing You. And it is by Irving Kahal and Sammy Fain, or Sammy Fine. Irving Kahan and Sammy Fain. Yes, someone says that's a World War II song. Weirdly, it's before, we talked about this on the show the other day. It's before, it came out before the U.S. was in the war. It's a 1930, well, it's before the war period. It's a 1938 song, but it's a very, yeah. I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. All right, that's that song. Okay, what else did I want to get to tonight? I have stuff to... I got stuff I wanted to talk about. I didn't get to it. Yes, Richards asks for a little Irving Berlin. Yes, we have Irving Berlin coming up. Irving Berlin is the official outro composer of this very show. Thank you for watching the No-Show. This is the No-Show. This is the No-Show for, I don't know, what is today? April, anyone know what today is? April 5th? 6th? Anyway. This is the No-Show. The No-Show happens every night at 9 in Brooklyn, 6 p.m. in LA, noon in Sydney, Australia, 3 a.m. in Stockholm, Sweden. Thank you, Mila. Today is the 6th. Hey, Jeffrey Houlihan. That's no problem that you got here late. There is no late because I'm always here. I'm always here. Oh, hey. Thank you. It's April 6th. I like my audience. My audience knows what date it is. That's good. It's 3 p.m. in Hawaii. Yes, it's 3 p.m. on the top of Haleakala, on the top of the mountain in Maui. It is 3 p.m. in Kauai, 3 p.m. in Hawaii, and 9 p.m. in Caracas. Son las 9. Sí, a las 9. Cada noche a las 9 en Caracas y aquí en New York a las 9. Cada noche el nosho. El nosho. El nosho. Esta noche a las 9. Y cada noche a las 9. Join us every night at 9. Okay, what else did I want to tell you before the show ends? That is Christo. Email me for more information about this fantastic artist who I just met. Mucho gusto, Christo, y gracias. Mille grazie. Oh, I wanted to do another plug. Please check out A Blind Play, formerly known as A Blind Play of Social Forces. A Blind Play is a radio drama. Season 3 just started appearing. You can hear my voice on 4 of the episodes this season. A Blind Play, formerly known as A Blind Play of Social Forces, which is a quote from Richard Wright's novel Native Son. A Blind Play of Social Forces. Also, please check out Revisionist History, the podcast, Malcolm Gladwell's podcast, please check out the episode from several weeks ago. Revisionist History. This season is titled Development Hell. And in one of the episodes, I am the voice of Bubbles. Bubbles was the chimp, Michael Jackson's chimp. And someone wrote a screenplay from the point of view of Michael Jackson's chimp. And that screenplay was going to get made into a big old Hollywood movie with all kinds of stars. It ended up dying in Development Hell. So Malcolm Gladwell just did an episode where he explores, along with the screenwriter, he explores that whole story of how the film was going to be made and wasn't. And you get tastes of the script, and I am the voice of Bubbles. So please check that out on YouTube or on Apple Podcasts. Go to Pushkin. Pushkin Media produces that podcast. You can check out pushkin.fm or YouTube. Just check out Bubbles, the Bubbles episode of Revisionist History. Thank you. Hey, Cape. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, I am Jack's Eyes. Hey, everybody. Okay. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Hey, Annie. Oh, my God. Annie Pisapia from the Bronx. Nice to see you. Oh, I Left My Heart in San Francisco. That's a great one. I'll do that again, and then I'll close. Okay. I want to just say hello to Annie, who we met through the cesspool of social media. There were all sorts of weird comments on that swimming video on What is New York? And I then engaged. Annie wrote, thinking that since I was jumping in the East River, I must not be from New York. Many, many people wrote that. But I replied and said, no, I'm from New York. It turns out we're both from the Bronx. And I invited her to come swim sometime. Mobius asks, can you do a little bit of Bubbles' voice? Oh, that's cool. It's 7 p.m. It's 7 a.m. in Kolkata. Okay. Yeah, Bubbles. If you listen to the Revisionist History podcast where I'm Bubbles, they wanted him to have a sort of a patrician sound to him. He's Bubbles. He doesn't understand what's going on. He's just. I thought it could be even like Attenborough, like an English. They didn't want English though. They just wanted him to be an aging. He's lost his king. That's the amazing part of the story, because Bubbles in the story, he hears that his boss, his owner, Michael, is known as the king of pop, and he, in his chimp mind, thinks that this is an actual king, and he doesn't know what's going on with him, and then the king is gone, and so he's looking, sort of sitting on his chimp mountaintop, reminiscing about his fallen king and that sort of thing. Yeah. Thanks, Dawn. Okay, let me do a San Francisco, and then I'm going to do Here It Is, and then I left my heart in San Francisco, high on a hill. It calls to me to be where little cable cars climb halfway to the stars. The morning fog may chill the air, I don't care. My love waits there in San Francisco, above the blue and windy sea. When I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine for me. When I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine for me. All right. That's San Francisco. That's the tune. We've talked about it a few times on the show, that George Corey wrote the music. And Douglas Cross wrote the words. Please send me a message or please weigh in. Do you think that this guy who's singing it is in love with someone who's in San Francisco, or is this guy just really in love with the city of San Francisco? If I knew how to do an online poll, that would be in the poll and you could vote. So, when I come home to you, San Francisco. See, singing to the city. Your golden sun will shine for me. Yeah, he seems to like the town. Okay, that's that. Now, here comes the outro. Thank you, XS Jess. Thank you. Please share. Yes, Irish Lassie. I think it's the city. All right, here comes the outro. Here comes the song. When the show ends, this is what happens. Someone asked, "Oh, Gornamont's, come say hi. Give a kiss." There's Gornamont's. Gornamont's making a little cameo. Okay. Gornamont's woke up. I think he knows a half hour is gone. Okay, Neurogazer says, find the place that you love first, then find the person who loves that place too. Good advice. Anne says it was written by some lady who sent it to Tony Bennett. God bless Tony Bennett. May his message, may his memory be a blessing. Okay, Gornamont, stop rubbing the pillow because then I can't see the words. Okay, maybe he was in love with both. I first visited the city in the 80s, was enamored. By the time I left in 98, I was over. Okay. Interesting. Boomer faceplant. I like that. Poetic. That was almost like a novella in a comment. That's awesome. Yeah, I love San Francisco. I would always say to people when I was living and working abroad, people would say, what should I see in America? I'd always say San Francisco and New Orleans, the two most beautiful cities. So, okay. I'll be loving you always, with a love that's true always. Okay, that's the Irving Berlin song. Let me sing the original first, and then I'm going to sing you my outro. That's what I'm talking about. Irving Berlin, who apparently composed everything with the black keys, just the black keys, and then he had a piano where he could crank into different keys. I'll be loving you. Irving Berlin, 1925. This song turns 100 next year. I'll be loving you always. I'm in between keys. Here we go. I'll be loving you always, with a love that's true always. When the things you've planned need a helping hand, I will understand always, always. Days may not be fair always. That's when I'll be there always. Not just for an hour, not just for a day, not just for a year, but always. Not just for an hour, not just for an hour, not just for a day, not just for an hour. There we go. Not just for an hour, not just for a day, not just for a year, but always. Okay. Irving Berlin, 1925. But I'm here very, thank you, Christo. Gracias. De nada. So here's the official outro. This is I've made my own little version of Irving Berlin's nachos for an hour. That's funny. Nachos for an hour. Now I'm hungry. Funny. Okay, here we go. This is my version. Here's the outro. Here we go. I'm here every night, always. Every night at 9, always. When you're at a wine, I'm still here at 9. Let me try that again. When you're out of wine, all day long you're crying. I'm still here at 9, always, always. If the rent is late, always. You can't find a date, no ways. I'll be here at 8 if you're in LA. Otherwise it's 9 and always. Yeah, that's my, let me try that little ending again. I'll be here at 9. I'll be here at 6 if you're in LA. Otherwise it's 9 and always. All right, I'm here always at 9. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This is the No Show. This was the No Show for April 6th, 2024. I am here every single night, 7 nights a week. Oh, that should be a lyric in the song. I'm here every night at 9, 7 days a week, and always. All right, thank you, Irving Berlin. Thank you, everybody. Again, I'm Ethan Hirschenfeld. If you like this, if this is fun for you, you know what to do. And also, if you have any ideas for songs you'd like me to sing, I would love to sing songs that you want me to sing. Email me, ehbass@gmail.com. EHBASS, EHBass, ehbass@gmail.com. Email me your song ideas or any other suggestions. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.